Clit's name.
So like you saying like he can't fuck with you?
I mean, you know, that goes without saying. You know,
That's what he's saying.
he took me, spun me around, and threw me into the silent.
Like, why is your phone out in the low?
I'm the happiest guy in the room, but my face would tell you like I'm just angry about something.
All right, we started.
Go time.
Make it
The
happen.
boys are back. 316.
I think in this time I've heard Lem talk more than I ever heard him talk in high school.
Yeah, I wasn't talking to high school, man. I just started coming out my shell to like, I want to say like maybe a year ago.
Yeah, really?
Or was you just Hollywood? Because you
It
thought
wasn't
you
even
Gatorade Player of the Year Hollywood. Nah, we ain't feeling that.
bro. I wasn't social. Like,
That's not ridiculous. Not ridiculous.
wasn't social at all.
No, I remember like practices. I'd be getting my ass kicked on scout team, and then this dude like I get back there and he just like give me a look if I ever did something. Like yeah, because you know it was that sophomore, and then you got the senior big dog. Like
He over here like, bro.
Yeah.
Why did you even touch me?
yeah,
That was you, Lim?
Nah, see the thing about I just got a mean mug. Like it's just my natural face. Like, I'll be the happiest guy in the room, but my face would tell you like I'm just angry about something.
Like, why are you tripping over there?
I'm telling you, my mom tells me about it all the time. She's like, "Fix your face." I'm like, "What am I doing?"
I was born with this shit.
Like, I got it bad.
no, it was like him and like Miles were completely different. Like Miles would be running down the field, like looks like he'd have the biggest smile on his face, and then get down there and stomp on somebody's arm, you know, laying down. And I'm like, whoa, man. I'm getting a little angry. And then you got this guy just
Laying down is crazy, but okay.
I saw that dude do some crazy stuff our senior year because Clark was on his back.
Okay. He kind of had the water boy. Like,
How was that relationship with you and Clark kind of developing over the years?
Honestly, me and Clark haven't really talked too much
Really?
since I left. Like when I first got to college, we checked in, you know, a couple times.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, you know, after that, you know, my journey kept going on. You know, he had more guys coming in he needed to focus on. So we haven't really talked too much. But,
Yeah.
you know, I still hope the best though, you know, for him and that program for sure. You
Yeah.
know, I still that they keep bringing guys in, you know, and, you know, keep the program going, which I like to see for real.
Northwest is better, but
Absolutely not, bro.
what you mean though?
Derby.
No.
Wait, when's the last time?
I've been struggling with this mic. Take it, bro. I've been playing with this thing for like 8 minutes now. But no, bro. Northwest is superior.
Wait, when's the last time y'all won a state championship?
Hey, bro, chill out, bro.
I'm just saying.
How many times did you go to state?
Oh,
Yo,
let's talk about wins though, because didn't y'all have a stretch?
hey, let's talk about stats. Touchdowns first quarter. Hey, what's it? I tried.
He's out trying.
Sorry.
He said I tried.
Okay, though.
That's crazy.
I had no comp, bro. Over here blowing teams in state 40-0. What is that?
Well,
It's called talent.
I
Let's-
was
playing.
about to say the argument though is if you want to talk about talent, like you guys played the same levels of school as we
No,
did. You guys played City League. Like, who'd you guys have?
Y'all play Wichita
Eastern
North.
Heights?
we had. Bro,
Y'all play Wichita North.
Y'all lost to
Southeast.
East one of those times, right?
no, we didn't.
Okay, yeah, that was the year after you.
Yeah,
you lost.
I never lost to East. Don't ever disrespect me. That's crazy. Shout out to all my East homies though. But like y'all wasn't fucking with two fullbacks.
Other than Carroll, who was like your guys' is like
Capin.
Caper.
I'll say Capin.
And then Heights thought they had you guys, and like that pretended to have a rivalry there, and I was just
You know, it's crazy. They used to talk so much trash. I don't know why. I was a nice guy.
yeah.
And
I was a
like
nice guy.
my junior year, they hit up like my ex and was like, we finna smash him. I walk out with four tuds.
I remember that.
I'm
yeah.
like,
What maybe you told me about that before.
I was like, chill. And then my senior year, it was like, yeah, bro, we finna smash his knee. I'm like, chill. What?
That's crossing the line.
Like, why are y'all so angry towards me? And like, we need to relax. Like, what's up with y'all, man? It's okay. We can put some BTA on that ass. That's good.
You know, that's one of those things about like, you know, you pull like some of those Wichita schools. I feel like they have a ton of talent,
Mm-hmm.
and then especially like, you know, receivers and running backs and whatnot. But then I feel like offensive line will be their biggest issue, and then also sometimes with the discipline side, that's the
Yeah.
thing. But,
Sometimes they ain't got no quarterback to throw the ball.
Yeah,
either.
that's true.
So like, it's just,
I mean, because like East had Paco for
Yeah.
most of the time,
Uh-huh.
and then I mean none of the other
East was always there.
Heights had like DJ.
Yeah. East was always good. It's just like they were just so young and we were just older.
Yeah.
And like then once like their senior year, like they're all seniors, they were like really good. So like, I mean, it was just like some growing pains for them, but
Yeah.
no, they're pretty solid.
Yeah. So your senior year was COVID, right?
Yeah, COVID.
So how, as a senior, how did that affect recruiting? And then also how'd that make your season kind of play out?
I mean, it affected it big time, honestly. Like when it first came, like when it first started, happening and all that was, I would say midway through my junior year, which at the time I didn't think it was that big a deal. Like, I'm young, so I'm just thinking like, oh, cool, I don't got to go back to school anymore. So I'm like, we're chilling. You don't see how it's going to affect you in the future.
Yeah.
But, I mean, and yeah, it definitely slowed down recruiting, especially with guys and college being able to come back and get a whole extra year. And especially being from Kansas, which, we play good ball, but it's not, like Texas or Florida. So,
Right.
and I'm not the type of guy. I didn't go to that many camps or anything like that. So, yeah, you get looked over, sure. Or you got, the big time school looking at you and saying, like, oh, we really want you, but our room is full. And,
it ain't full.
Yeah.
Y'all can make it work.
I used to blow them.
I know, but, this when they say they're full, it's like.
It ain't, bro. Just kindly tell me next time you're not looking.
It's kind of like when a woman tells you, I'm not ready to be in a relationship. It's kind of like, she's saying no. She's saying no. It's a no. I'm saying.
Did you ever think about like transferring? I know like at Northwest, like there was talks about the season being canceled, and we had like a huge wide receiver that came in, and then he heard that he transferred to Andover Central, and then it kind of sucked because then we had our season. We really could have used him, but did you ever think about like leaving?
I'm gonna be honest. There was a time before my senior year, which our season we weren't even in talks about getting canceled at all. But I had friends growing up back home that went to Wichita East.
Oh,
so at the time, I was in my head. I'm like, like going to play with guys I grew up
Not
with.
ridiculous.
Like that sounds fun.
That East team, Mike. That was your senior year. That was my sophomore year. That East team was.
Yeah, there was AJ, Dalen, like more. Darius was there at the time. Darius was there at the time. So
big as hell. I remember I had a block.
That's what I'm saying. He was like, so like guys
was very angry too.
Yeah, so guys was there, but I ain't lie. Brought the idea to my mom and dad. They They got shut down real fast.
Yeah.
I mean, usually like you can debate, like like, hey, like A, B, and C. This is what. No, it wasn't.
They just like, bro, chill.
Yeah, wasn't no.
Was it the academic side, or was it like they just knew Derby long term for like football would be better for you?
Yeah, I mean, it was Derby long term because I was also at Butler Community College at the time doing schoolwork, which was attached to Derby and all that, and then. In their mind, they're like, well, you already kind of building something here at Derby, and with college coaches, you kind of want to stay in one spot so they can find you. You don't want to keep, jumping around and now, they can't really find you and you don't keep really look for you.
Yeah.
So that was kind of the reason behind it. And I didn't have no comeback. So I was like, I guess I'm coming back.
Good luck with that. So, and then how did you kind of get into football? Like, did you play all growing up or how'd that kind of look?
I was about 6. I mean, it was one of the things like me and Miles, my little brother, we were just at the house doing whatever 5 and 6 year olds do. My dad just walked in the door and said, "You guys have football practice." We were like, huh? And it wasn't even practice. It was like a workout. So, you're out there doing abs in the grass, running hills.
Football.
Yeah, it was like, this is terrible. What's a chance? Yeah, but no, my dad had us in it when we were real little, just, playing since we were little and just,
Did you play through Derby or where'd you play?
I started off with the Wichita Gators.
Okay.
Wichita Gators. Which I don't know if they're still a team or not.
Wichita City League shut down.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't even know that.
I know. It's kind of weird what they're doing.
Yeah. It sounds like we talked with Mark Johnson, Avery's dad, when we had him on. He was kind of talks back and forth about it, but it kind of sounds like that they're making the Wichita. If you want to play for a Wichita team, they're only hosting tournaments here. So there's no like city league. It's just travel, basically.
Oh, okay.
So that could be really good for some people, not good for others. Because like I remember I played with the Colts and we didn't have the money to go travel really anywhere.
Yeah.
Whereas like then going with the Bears, we could have really traveled really wherever, So funding's like a whole different aspect of some of that too, and then equipment itself too.
Yeah.
But so training, you and Miles started training together when you were little,
Yeah.
and then did that just kind of continue through all the way up, or?
Yeah, I mean, me and Miles have always trained together. I mean, it started off with our dad, you know, waking us up, taking us outside, and you know, working us out together. And yeah, always like, even when you know I went off to school, like when I come back, we still work out together because at the end of the day, like, you know, he's my brother, but like he's gonna be my biggest competition. Like, you know, like I gotta be on my A game every day. You know, like I'll go in the weight room, you know, because he'll always go after me. You know, like I'll squat 500. He's like, I'll put a penny on
scenery.
penny on there.
This game, he's scoping the scenery.
Yeah, you know, he's gonna do that every time. And I'm just like, bro, like now I gotta do an extra set, you know, like yeah, and especially now we're at the same school.
Yeah,
don't let them beat me or nothing. I'm not gonna hear the end of it. I'm not gonna hear the end of it.
Yeah. So do you guys get to train together up there?
Oh yeah, we train together all the time. Like, so even when they have like full team lifts, they got the running backs in one rack, linebackers in the rack right next to them. So you always looking over and seeing what he got on the bar, you know, what he lifting, you know.
So because you're playing running back now, right?
Right.
So with you playing running back and him being linebacker, will you guys see each other in drills and stuff like that too?
Oh yeah, we've seen each other.
What's that like?
Yeah.
We've seen each other live action before. So.
What's the one-on-ones looking like?
Man, honestly, bro,
hey, don't lie to me.
It's good. It's good competition. We never actually got to go against each other like a drill. Like
really,
like we don't do too many one-on-ones. You know how at South Dakota we get like, you know, one-on-one pass. We don't do that.
I don't do that.
No, your pass pros in live action. You know.
Okay.
So yeah, I never actually got to block him in pass protection. He's never sit on a blitz when I'm in.
Okay.
Which honestly, I'm waiting for that time. I'm waiting for it. So you know, he has his moves, and I'm like, I know it. I watch you work on these moves, so I know it.
So like you finna like light his ass up is what you saying?
I'm gonna protect my quarterback. You know what I'm saying? I'm you know what I'm saying? But
hey, Miles, he finna crack.
There might be a little extra on that hit.
He just said.
But now in the run game though, he's never fitted me up head up. But he's caught my ankle a couple times as I'm about to break.
The ankle.
Yeah.
He don't want to meet you head up though.
Well, it's usually like something he's working over. You know, and as soon as I'm about to like hit my stride, he clips the ankle.
So like you saying like he can't fuck with you?
I mean, you know, that goes without saying. You know,
that's what he's saying.
Here's the thing, and Miles knows. I tell him this all the time. But like, you know, people think, you know, because he's all like the talkative guy, so like, oh, you know, like there's always the quiet one you got to worry.
That's
about.
real.
Know, that's me. I'm the quiet.
So like,
you know,
you remind him you big bro.
Oh, I always have to. You know, I always.
Miles, this is what he's saying about you.
You know this.
You heard it here.
He might. If he was here right now, he would tell you, no, I'm big bro. You know,
okay.
No, that's not the case at all. You know,
who's throwing up more numbers in the weight room though?
So it depends on what lift we're doing. If we're doing squat, it's me.
Yeah.
But if we're doing bench, I'm like, he can bench more than me. Because, you know, I was a quarterback for a while. So, I took a lot of time off from benching. But, yeah, he's got me in bench. Not by much, though. You know, I'm catching up. But
I can see it. He busting out the shirt. Lay out them Roy's.
Do what I can. I'm trying to get like you.
You don't want to be like me.
I'm trying to get like you, man. No, I see that don't block.
I happened to buy a 2X at the Goodwill yesterday.
Trying to get like that guy one day.
Tell a story about whenever you got caught in 4K with a Walmart shirt.
What?
Bro, I think
it wasn't even him.
I'm just saying. Just
you want to hear this? All right, bro. So, I mean, I was going to my first little function, and I was like, "Listen, bro, I need to get me a nice little shirt." I'm at Walmart. I thought the shirt was fire. It was like a newspaper kind of.
But it was though. I remember seeing it. It was good.
Bro, I pull up in there. I'm like, you couldn't tell me nothing. I had my little Bass Pro hat. I got chain earrings, and I'm like, how are we? Some random dude. I see what kind of guy he was. This was in front of the HUDs too. He said, "That's a Walmart shirt." I seen that at Walmart today. I said, "Okay." We'll be right back. I said, "We'll be right back."
Well, my thing when you told me this story, right? I was on your side because my thing is. We're in Vermilion, South Dakota.
You feel me?
Where are we gonna shop?
Ain't no J.C. Penney's.
Right, and the Walmart stuff was good.
I thought I put that on.
That's what it is.
I thought I put it on. I appreciate you.
My jeans, my graphic tees, Walmart.
Thank you. I appreciate you for saying I was fitted. Because, boy, you couldn't tell me nothing that day. And he said, "That's a Walmart shirt. You ain't fooling nobody." I said, "Damn." He said, "This guy been hating."
Plus, what you look like walking around in Vermilion, South Dakota with like your, you know what I'm saying, your top tier stuff on. Like, come on, man. We're 10 minutes away from the house.
I was just like, dang, kind of like, that was kind of sharp.
So, like, you had to point it out. Why did he think of himself? You come to himself.
Realistically, where all is there up there to get clothes?
Bro, you gotta go to Sioux Falls.
That's Sioux City too.
Sioux City, and like, listen, bro, it's just
like you got to make plans.
It's too far, bro. And like people that are locally live in Vermilion, they'll be like, nah, bro, it's like a couple minutes drive. I'm just like, that's too far. But most of the people live in Sioux Falls or Sioux City, so that's why they say it's not that bad because it's just going home.
Yeah,
but, yeah. Like, are we talking like an hour, like 30 minutes?
I'm gonna be real with you, bro. I've been there. I still don't know the difference between each one of those. I know one of them's an hour, one of them's like 30 minutes.
I'm the same way.
Yeah, I'm just like
one's an hour.
You feel me? I'm like, bro, all right, it's cool. I still love y'all though, cause y'all my dogs. But like, chill. Like, he didn't have to point that out. Shout out to Vermilion. You feel me?
So rewinding kind of back on high school, we had guy graduating from Derby going to Dodge City, Gavin Fonesteel, on a few weeks ago, and he was talking about how Derby's kind of prepares you for college football differently than maybe a different school might, like maybe a Wichita school or something like that. Did you feel like that playing at a school at Derby where, you know, the competitive level is, I feel like, a little bit different than, because I mean, I went to Heights for a year, so it was definitely a lot different from me, but I felt like maybe going to the next level. Did you think that benefited you at all playing through Derby?
It definitely benefited me from a physical and like scheduling standpoint.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, you got weights 6 a.m. After that, you got film. Then you go into school. After that, you'll have more film for about 45 minutes an hour. Then you go out and practice.
Yeah.
And that's just repetitive every single day. And then we had our pregame schedule, which any of you guys that go to Derby, you guys know Clark is pretty firm about his pregame schedule. Like, he'll write it up on the board just like how they do in college. Like, you know, at this time we're doing this. From the time the last bell goes off in school, every minute is planned out for you. So I mean, yeah, it definitely got me ready. Like, scheduling wise, when I got to college, I'm like, okay, like this, I kind of had an idea how this was gonna go.
Mm-hmm.
And like in the weight room, like pushing yourself and just even how practice went. You know, like, because you know, I don't know if people know this. A lot of y'all probably do, but you know, Coach Clark, he was a receiver at K-State, so he came from, you know, Division I football, so he knew, like, he had an idea of how it was supposed to go.
Yeah.
So yeah, he was big on all that, and it really prepared us.
Yeah.
What was I remember talking to you about like y'all pregame. Don't you have like a quiet time?
Yeah, that was at Heights we did, and at Heights was more serious, but then Derby we kind of had it too. I mean,
yeah, we had a Derby. I forgot how long it was.
Yeah,
but it was like you would go into, what was it, the wrestling room?
Yeah, it was
right?
the wrestling room.
Yeah, you go into like the wrestling room, and he shut all the lights off. It's quiet, no talking. I mean, you can have your headphones in if you want, but yeah, it's lights off, no talking. That's like the time of like, cause you know you're fresh out of school.
Yeah,
you got a game that day, so it's like
mode.
So it's like, you know, like kind of like flip that switch then. Yeah,
okay, I got you.
Yeah, and then when them lights come on, walk through, everything's serious now.
Okay,
and it was like if he heard somebody talking, like,
he gonna get up on you.
In my years, we were playing a team that wasn't too. I think we were playing Slime South, and so they were having a bunch of younger guys on special teams this game. One of the guys was chatting while we were about to do that, and he pulled them off special teams right there just for like talking.
Dang,
yeah, so like it was pretty intense.
Really, I mean,
intense.
Northwest. It was guys' school. We'll go meet in the PE little gym area, watch film. Then we'll go eat, and then you got that rest of the time to stretch, prepare how you prepare, and then it's game time.
Yeah.
So I mean, I like being on my own. Just like let me do what I got to do, like stretch, get my music. So like I don't know.
Yeah, and then like once we get to the stadium, like you kind of have that time for that because we have to drive.
I forgot about
yeah.
Okay.
So then like, you know, you got time for like certain teams to go out.
Yeah.
Like,
okay.
Special team, or I don't even remember what all teams did go out. No, the receivers and quarterbacks would go out.
I know it was like kickers and returners went out first and all that, and then it was just kind of went from there.
Yeah.
I know quarterbacks we got to go out too, you know, because we went through with Coach Foster, who was there at the time. We went with him before, and
I didn't even realize you had to drive. I forgot about that. I got to drive to stadium. I forgot about that.
I don't know. Like,
could y'all talk on the bus when you were there? Like,
no. Now, granted, I was always on Wheaties bus, so it was probably a little bit more chill.
There was no talking on the bus. Like on the way back from a win, have at it. But on the way there, he better not hear a word from you.
Yeah. Okay. Here's one. When we went down and played Mill Valley, sophomore year.
That was a rough one.
Yeah. So that was your senior year, right?
Yeah.
Like how did that kick off to the season start? Because we went on to win state that year, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So how do you think that affected everything with getting belt to ass first game and going from there?
Well, the big thing about that year was, we came off winning the state championship the year before, but we lost a lot, especially on the offensive end. Like we had Kevin Washington, Trey Washington, Kavion Walker. Like we had a lot of, Jacob Carr. We had a bunch of like really good players that, that left.
Yeah.
So it was like we had a lot of new guys. Like Dylan at the time, he was a sophomore, like nice, but he was young.
Yeah.
It was his like first game, like starting varsity, which he balled out that game. But it's like, you got to get a feel for each other, So it's like you going in, you playing, one of the top teams in 5A, who brought a lot of guys back. It was like, it was still 2 championship teams, but one was like, we're still getting to know each other. And one, team, they already knew each other.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was a rough one.
No, I remember that ride back on the bus. I was on the bus with all the kids I weren't playing either. Sophomore year, and we weren't even talking on that bus.
Really?
Like in all honesty, we just got our butts kicked, and everybody like that energy was just tearing back. And I think Foster might have been the one on our bus, and Foster was very he's an aggressive guy sometimes.
I'm a hater, so like I was hoping y'all would lose, because I was like, listen, bro, y'all can't win, and then they're gonna be like, Northwest can't beat Mill Valley, because like Mill Valley is a good football team.
They are good.
Bro. They are really, as much as like I hate to say it, they're a good team, and like
their coach, I think, is Clark's cousin.
Aren't they cousins?
Yeah, Clark's.
Isn't that the only reason y'all played each other?
I think it had something to do with it. Like if I remember right, whenever we would go up to the 7-on-7 that they hosted, Clark would like stay with him.
Really?
Yeah.
Ain't not ridiculous.
Yeah. So like they're close and stuff. And then I think it's like Apple something's his last name.
Okay.
Something like that. But yeah, no, so they got that family got something going on for
not ridiculous.
coaching sports.
But, yeah.
So I guess then moving on, originally you committed to Tennessee Tech, played up there. What did your time frame look like up there? Like, what was that environment like? First year in college, how'd that kind of play out for you?
It was different, like, because like I said, I was not a social guy. Like outside of football, I wasn't leaving the house. So my first college, I'm 12 hours away from home. Yeah. Like I've never been to the South. Like, I've been to Texas, but like I haven't been like, down south when guys from like Georgia and all that. Like you can't really relate. You know what I'm saying? So no, it was weird, and like it's not a big school. Like not to down Tennessee Tech or anything. Like it just it wasn't. They didn't have as many resources and all that. Like so it took a lot of getting used to. I got homesick very fast.
Yeah.
Very fast.
And then isn't it kind of like you're not really close to any of the big towns, right? Or how close are you to the big towns?
We were about an hour outside of Nashville.
So it was a drive though to go up there?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Did you ever go up there at all, see anything?
Yeah, I went up there my first weekend. You had to walk the strip down to Nashville,
Yeah.
You had to.
Yeah. And then so were a lot of the recruits out of like the same area, or was it kind of spread out? Like, were you seeing a lot of Southern people up there?
Yeah, a lot of, Georgia, Florida, Tennessee. You get a lot of those.
Yeah.
I was the only guy from Kansas. Like, they're not down south. They're not really trying to recruit Kansas.
Yeah.
Honestly, so
how'd you get to connect with them?
So honestly, my trainer Tabor. So he reaches out, he reaches out for coaches, especially for the guys, he's working with, he helps out in that aspect, know.
I saw he just had like 2 schools come in. South Dakota was one of them.
Yeah. Honestly, yeah. But no, he's really good at that, like looking out, stuff like that. Especially, my situation, COVID. So only offer I had at the time was Missouri State.
Yeah.
So he was doing a lot of reaching out and stuff. And I remember he sent an email to, at the time it was Coach Heron, if I'm getting his name correct.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was there at the time, I think, as the tight ends coach. But he sent him the film, and then he showed Coach A, and then that, who was the head coach at the time, and they really liked my film. That's when they contacted me and sent me an offer.
Yeah, you can shoot this down if this is false. Somebody told me that you were talking to K-State at one point about playing a different position. Was that true or false? Like I heard that they were talking to you about playing linebacker or something like that. That was what
I shot it down immediately. But
they
coming out of high school, they brought up the option of me playing linebacker, receiver, running back. Mm-hmm. Basically, they was like, we want you, but not as a quarterback. At the time, I was just coming off a good season. I was like, no.
Yeah. So you were pretty set in stone at quarterback at that time?
Yeah. Just at the time, like you come off 2 good seasons at playing quarterback. It's like people are telling, some people are telling you like, I think you'd be really good at running back or this, down the third. But in my mind, I'm like, I've been doing so good at this. Why switch?
Yeah.
So that was kind of what my head at the time.
Yeah.
So then, what did the transfer portal like? Kind of what did that look like for you? I mean, you've transferred twice now, so is that a difficult process, or how does that kind of go down?
Second time, not really. I mean, the first time was horrible because I was in the portal for say 6 months. Yeah, that was a horrible time because I'm transferring out of Tennessee Tech. Like, I had some game film, but it wasn't like anything like that. And the transfer portal's packed, so that was horrible. I mean, it was a lot of posting workout clips every single day. Like sending my film out constantly every single day. Tabor reaching out to people. Like it was a lot. And it really takes a mental toll on you too because you have coaches that would hit you up and then ghost you. And you have like even trying to get into South Dakota. Like coaches had to come and. Like Coach Nady, he had to come and watch me work out in order for me to get off. Yeah. Like,
what's your advice to someone who's like thinking about entering the portal?
My advice, like, make sure the school that you're, don't like make sure you have in order like the reason that you're honestly leaving. Like for me, it wasn't gonna work. I was, I wasn't in the right mental space. I was homesick. I wasn't honestly gonna get a chance to play at my position, and even the system there wasn't, it wasn't suit for me.
Yeah.
So it was best for me to leave. So I would say have that in order. And then honestly, like, I don't know how religious you guys get and all that, but I would say relationship with God is really important. Like trusting that he has a plan for you, like no matter what. That was big for me when I was in the portal. Like, with every school that would, come and go, it's just in your head, just being like, all right, like something's gonna turn up. Like, God's not gonna let it just end for me right here. Something's gonna happen, And another thing, probably the last thing I got is like Twitter is like, or we call it X now, but like it's your friend. Like, follow as many coaches you can, like stay updated on workouts. Like if you go to the field, like post it, you lift a good number in the weight, post it, like show coaches like that you want it, you know what I'm saying? Like, and that you're willing to work for it.
Did you ever have like a welcome to college moment? Like, like, man, I'm here now.
You want to tell yours real quick?
Mine, man, I'm okay. I'm okay.
All right. Well, yeah. What was your moment? You didn't have one?
Oh, I had one for sure. Actually, I got multiple, honestly. Like, man, it's like, no, like, I mean, I'll probably say my biggest one was probably my first game I actually got in against Virginia Lynchburg, which is a Division II school. So I got in, I'm scrambling, I roll out, like I've done so many times before, and as a quarterback in practice, you don't get hit.
Oh,
so I spent like. So I spent months of like, just hit a little burst and I'm cooling. So I get out the pocket, I hit my little burst, I'm saying? I'm about to hit the sideline. And it's like, you don't, like, you know what I'm saying? You get ready for the contact, but you don't like brace up for real. When I tell you, bruh didn't just hit me. He took me, spun me around and threw me into the sideline. Oh my, that was so, I felt, when I tell you,
disrespect.
At the time, I was about 210 pounds. I felt like I was probably 5 pounds. He threw me into the sideline, and I tumbled. I rolled. And
good. No, just give me a few minutes.
Oh, no, after you gotta pop up. You
gotta brush. Hey, act like nothing happened. Hey,
I need one.
Yeah, that was probably my biggest. Like, okay, I gotta, I gotta get myself together.
You ever have a scout? You on a scout team at all?
I've done like scout team sat on 7 in college, but no.
Nah, man. All right. You got it out. So this is when I was on a scout team for a little bit. He set me up. Bro, it's like I get in a little scuffle. You know, the dude hit me kind of late. I'm like, you know, I pushed him. I was having a good week of scout week. You know, I'm feeling myself. So, you know, I'm like, man, I'm gonna fight back. So I pushed him. And then like the vets were pretty cool. Like, hey, bro, like chill. So like I'm a running back. They said, hey, LJ, go to the slot. I said, excuse me. I said, wow, okay. He said, yeah, we're gonna have you run a slant.
Oh, they set you up.
Boy,
They set you up.
come across that middle before I even turned. And I was, you know.
Was it the same guy that you had kind of gotten into it with?
Nope.
Oh.
And it was, I love our defense. It was like one of those, like, you mess with him, you mess with all of us. So, you know, bro, laid me out, and I got to get up like it didn't hurt. And, you know, I'm in the huddle, like, balled up, talking to Jesus, like, Lord, not like this. And, yeah, that was my welcome to college moment. I haven't been in a scuffle ever since. So
it's crazy. I've never been in like a real like scuffle in like at all.
It's pretty fun. Pretty fun.
I had one moment like my freshman year. Like we were under center. I never did under center at Derby. So, you know,
okay.
You know, fumbled a snap, you know what I'm saying? D lineman. Big Rant. I haven't talked to him in years, but we called him Big Rant at the time. He's about maybe like an inch or two taller than me.
Yeah.
Like 350. I'm a big dude. You know, so he picked the ball up. He threw it at my helmet.
Excuse me?
You know what I'm saying? I can't let that slide. You know, I can't let him go something. I can't let it slide.
I can't let that.
Man, so I get the ball up, I throw it back at him. So he trying to press me, like guys split us up, you know. I didn't press back. You know, he big. So I'm like, you know, I let him get in between, you know what I'm saying? But I'm still talking, what you think this is?
Look, he hold me back.
Man, yeah. Look, he holding me back. Thank you. Man, I appreciate that. I'm not going in there.
I did not want none of that.
I'm not going in there with him.
Didn't want none of that. That's real. Pick and choose your battles.
All right, that's I'm not one of these. I'm not like I can see my competition. I'm not about to throw myself in there.
I can picture you throwing that ball and it probably darting.
Nah, I mean, I hit him in the head too. Like,
I know. I can picture that. Zip that thing. Oh, I can picture that.
No, I'm not one of these fake guys. I'm talking about. Oh, I got mad and I saw red. No, you're lying. You're lying. Like,
it's okay to be real.
Yeah, I don't do it.
Listen, I was thinking the same thing.
I'm rational.
You feel me? I like that. Pick and choose your battles. Hey, coach, appreciate you breaking that up because I didn't want none of that. Then we get to the locker room. Hey, bro, we cool? Hey, I want to make everything great because I ain't got no problems. Hey, we good? Yeah, we good. Yeah, great.
So something that me and LJ talked a little bit about recently was that transition from high school to college, how quick the game speeds up.
Yeah.
How did that kind of affect you playing quarterback at that time?
It affected me quite a bit, honestly. Mm-hmm. Like, cause you know, in high school, honestly, you're not reading coverages. You know, like high school, you're honestly coaches can scheme it up all they want. You're going talent for talent. Yeah. Like in high school, if I wanted to run right every single play, you know what I'm saying, fake the pitch and go, I could do that. If I wanted to throw a post, you know what I'm saying, to re-listen every play, I could do that. Like, there's, you know what I'm saying, guys couldn't really stop it, but you know, in college, you know, a strong arm is not going to get you nowhere. Like, you know, you got to be able to read the coverage, know pre-snap tendencies and all that. And that's something, honestly, I was behind on. Like, you know, like I knew, like, you know, the basic stuff, you know, just because I watch a lot of football. So, you know, I knew, you know, I could tell, you know, cover 4, cover 2, but like, you know, cover 6 or, you know, reading the safeties rolling down. So I want to come to my curl flat. Like it took me some time to realize that, you know what I'm saying? Or like, you know, different fronts, you know, like honestly, my little brother, he had to teach me, you know, like 1 technique, you know, you know, 3 technique. He had to teach me all that, like, cause, you know, stuff like that can tell you, you know, okay, you know, blitz is probably coming from this angle, you know what I'm saying? Or they're probably going to twist. Like my brother had to teach me all that stuff, you know, so stuff like that I had to get adjusted to real quick. Cause, you know, you can't just out athlete everybody, especially at schools like Tennessee Tech and South Dakota. Like I couldn't really play, you know, my game, which was, I love, you know, running the ball and those, you know, those type of offenses. I wasn't really, you know, able to do that. It was more, you know, I need you to read it, you know, which I could do it, but that wasn't, I'm not, you know, I'm 5'10", you know, 220, like, you know, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, let me do my thing. You know, like I'm back here trying to sit in the pocket looking over Bryce Henderson, who's 6'8", like, I can't see.
That's not
I can't see. You know what I'm saying? So no, it took a lot of, getting used to, which honestly over time though, I got pretty good at it though.
Mm-hmm.
Like, although I switched positions, I do believe I was pretty good at quarterback. Like, you probably won't see, a lot of it because, a lot of it was like practice spring and stuff, but like, I was pretty good at it. I got a hold of it,
Mm-hmm.
like going into, like big way I did it at Tennessee Tech. I used to go to defense, defensive coordinator, cornerbacks coach, and like ask him, like, can you teach me, coverages? Like, show me different tendencies and stuff like that. And they would, sit down, show me and all that. And a lot of times, like even when I was in the portal, you go like just going on YouTube, which that's game for a lot of like you young players. Go on YouTube and ask like, just type in like cover 4, cover 2. You know what I'm saying? It'll show you, like, it'll be people, guys like that have experience, like breaking it down to you to where you know it. So eventually I got a hold of it though. But at the beginning, it was very rough.
Yeah. Something else that me and him were talking about lately was D2 starting to give out bags now for people transferring. And then, I saw there was one guy out of Emporia State that he just signed somewhere with the NFL or somewhere in the NFL. But did you ever have any thoughts of checking out D2s or like your first time hitting the portal, JUCO, or were you kind of set on sticking it out D1?
Coming out of my first time I hit the portal, I wasn't thinking too much about D2. Like, I wanted to stay at the D1 level because I was big on like proving like I could play at this level.
Yeah.
Like I had D2s that reached out, but I was, I didn't really give them too much attention.
Yeah.
Like my dad, he told me like, oh, like this is, good school. I took visits like to Southeastern Oklahoma State, Southwestern Oklahoma State, schools like that. But in my head, I was like, I want to play Division I, which is another reason why I was in the portal for quite a long time because D1s weren't really coming around. And then, this past time I hit the portal, I kind of had in my head, I wanted to play at SIU with my brother. Mm-hmm. So I still had, some Division IIs reach out for me just in case that fell through. And I entertained it more. Yeah. Because at that point, I'm just like, I just want to play ball. Like, I don't really care too much about division stuff because Division II is still good football. Mm-hmm. It might not be, they might not have as many resources as like, bigger schools, but it's still good football.
Some of them D2s got better stuff than some of the D1s, to be honest.
That's true.
And like, there's some good D2 football. That is true. Just hearing like about like Fort Hays and then Pitt State and then all those other ones. I think D2 in Kansas is pretty solid.
Have you seen some of the facilities?
Yeah.
I've been seeing like on TikTok, Central Oklahoma? Yeah. Oh, they got better stuff than we do.
Yeah, just like
they living good.
Like, nothing wrong with like playing like any level of football, but like I get what you were saying. Like I was like the same way. I wanted to just play straight D1, but like D2, the more I've been seeing about it, I'm like, it's not too bad. And like people are still getting like, honestly, if you're good enough, you're gonna get signed.
You don't get opportunity.
Yeah. So like the Emporia State guy, he's at a camp right now. I seen someone at a D2. I forgot what it was called, but he's a quarterback and he's got a little camp invite to Kansas City and then Minnesota.
Oh, you talking about old dude from Central Missouri, right?
Yeah.
I forgot his name, but I heard he used to go to SIU before he transferred.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. He's at a camp right now. So like, if you're good, they're gonna find you. So like, but yeah.
I even know whenever there was one guy at an NAIA that was like the number one receiver in NAIA, and like he didn't get drafted or nothing, but he went to a bunch of camps. I think he plays with somebody now. It was one down in Kansas City, but they'll find you.
Yeah, I think there's a JUCO dude who might have been. He's at a camp right now.
JUCO?
I think. I don't know.
So he didn't even go D1.
Is Iowa Western JUCO?
Iowa Western's
JUCO. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, Iowa Western.
Yeah.
I seen something where he was at a camp.
Yeah.
Bro, if you're good enough, they're gonna find you. They're gonna give you a chance.
So. Biggest thing, bro, is just getting on the field.
Yeah.
Like, you can go to D1. Like, I did, and be put in not good positions and not play, or like, like honestly, it doesn't matter. You can go, NAIA, D2, D3, like as long as you on the field. Mm-hmm. And most biggest thing, bro, is enjoying like your experience.
Yeah.
Like I was in a spot like I met great people along the way. You know what I'm saying? Developed like friendships that'll last forever. But like football, I had like up until this point, I haven't really too much enjoyed my experience. Like, and that's not anybody's fault. You know what I'm saying? Like not anybody's fault. Like end of the day, like it's a business.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? But like, biggest things like go somewhere where you enjoying it. You know what I'm saying? Like you want to have something to tell your kids or your nieces and nephews, like, oh yeah, like I have fun in college, let's say encouraging them to go. Mm-hmm. So that's my biggest thing.
Man, being an athlete's hard, man. Like, just like the mental aspect, and then like, bro, you're competing every day against somebody, and then like, you may work hard and still not get that spot that you want, and just because you work hard don't mean it's gonna be given to you. Like, it's tough mentally, and so like, that's why I've been learning. Like, just go somewhere you're having fun and where you love the game, and like, right, like. Being an athlete will test how much you love your sport. Because oh my goodness, like there's been times where I'm like, well, damn, like, I don't even know if I like football anymore. But like that just comes back to like getting back with God. I've been getting back in my Bible. I'm like, man, I'm truly blessed, and like the little things that I took it for granted. Yeah, I'm fortunate to be where I'm at right now. And so,
my biggest advice though, especially when it comes like to being a college athlete, man.
Yeah.
Man, before you even go into school, like, which I didn't end up doing this, man, until I just, stepped away from the team, which I'm not ashamed to say that.
Yeah.
Like, my biggest thing, bro, find yourself outside of your sport.
That's what everybody says.
Because my dad was big on this because, I'm the type, like, I'm locked in. Even when I'm not training, I'm watching football or I'm watching, a podcast with NFL players. Yeah. Like, I'm locked in on football. My dad always told me, like, find saying something that's, something to do. Like your brother has other interests. He's out here hanging out with friends and stuff like that. And I'm just like, no, like this is what I want to do. I want to play ball. Like I don't, not worried about none of that. Even when I first got to college, like, some guys told me like find yourself outside of it. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And I wasn't listening. I eventually got to a point like, what I'm saying? I needed to because like, I was going into my fourth year. I officially switched to running back. Which that's something I want to do. I didn't get pushed to it, but I want to do. And I was like, I see the writing on the wall. I wasn't gonna get to play once again because you switch over like a week and a half when the season starts. Like, it's hard. You guys already had y'all room. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I started to get like the
basics is hard.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, which I did it, but you know what I'm saying? But like, you have to basically redo, a lot of things. So, yeah, I got to a point, calling my parents. Like, that's one thing that built up for me. Like, I was like, bro, every time I call my mom and dad, it's negative. You know what I'm saying? It's always like, I'm not happy about this or I'm sounding bad about that. And then honestly, I got to a point, I'm like, all right, I'm fourth year. I'm probably, not going to play again. I'm like, all right, it looks like, football is not going to work out, which there's nothing wrong with that. But I'm like, what am I going to do? Like, cause I had my major and stuff like that, which I was good at, but I'm like, is that something I actually want to do? You know what I'm saying? So eventually I had to go up to coach, coaches to tell him like, look, like mentally, I'm just, I'll be a better benefit to the team if I'm not on it right now. Like, cause mentally I'm not gonna be able to come in,
I can't give you that 100%.
Yeah, I can't give y'all what y'all want, and I'm not, I'm not gonna be the teammate I know I can be.
Yeah.
And honestly, it was the best decision I ever made, stepping away. I got to do an internship. I got to work at, Boys and Girls Club down there.
Yeah, well, they love you, man. They love you. Mr. Lem. I'm like, man.
Dude, honestly, that was probably my favorite time in college.
Yeah.
You're not like, well, because, like when I was playing ball, like, especially in college, like, and especially, you go from a big name to you're not really, your name's not really out there no more. You know what I'm saying? And it was every time I turned around, everybody's like, oh, how's football going? You gonna get on the field this year? You know what I'm saying? Or, oh, like, why are you not, you're always having to answer questions. So like, it felt so good, like to be around kids, like, it's like, oh, like they don't know you as football Gary, but there's no Mr. Lem. Cool. Yeah, they're like, they don't care none about, what you had going on in football. They're like, can you come push me on the swing, please?
Man.
That's all. Bro, I love that, honestly.
Because I remember when you left, those little kids made you like a little sign. I'm like, bro, that's dope.
Yeah.
And like, I could just see the change for you. Like, you just felt like, you looked like you were in a better spot. You just felt more vibrant, more like, you was just cool. And I'm like, this is probably the best. As much as I wanted you to stay, I'm like, boy, we're finna get this together. I was like, it's the best that you just do what you gotta do and take care of what you gotta take care of.
Yeah.
And so I'm glad to see that you were playing ball, D1. I sadly gotta see you though at the end of the year.
Yeah, that's how it's gonna come. It's gonna be fun though. Y'all come to our crib. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah, why?
It's gonna be fun.
Yeah, bro. I like y'all stadium.
Oh, it's well put together.
I like it.
Like, it's not like huge like a South Dakota State or nothing. Like, it's well put together. I'm saying I love it though.
It's valid.
And also, I love playing outside.
Really?
Yeah, I love playing outside. The dome, the dome is nice. Like South Dakota dome is hard to top.
But
nice I love playing outside.
Yeah, it's cool. We've been fortunately feeling it. But like my thing is the lights. We gotta dim those up. No, dude, this
trying to catch a fade ball in those lights. Oh, that's hard.
Yo, athletics at South Dakota, Vermilion, please dim the lights so I can see the football. Because this brings me to a tragic story I had my junior year. We played Carroll. Bruh, he threw me the ball in the light, and I was just sitting here like this, and I'm like, it fell forward, it fell behind. They picked it up. It was a fumble. Like, LJ, why didn't you fall? I said, I couldn't see. I couldn't see. But nah, the dome is cool. I just wish they gotta dim the lights. That's my only complaint. Dim the lights a little bit.
I wish they got real turf in there though. Like the turf, like put the little beads in there so you can wear cleats.
But we gotta share with the track team. And our track team is valid. So the track team, because the track team be winning a lot. So they can do what they want.
That's true.
Because they in the Summit League Championship right now. I mean,
my biggest thing was, like, I got big feet. I'm not ashamed to say I got big feet. I wear a size 13 shoe. You make fun of me all you want. I wear a size 13 shoe. I ain't ashamed. I got long, flat feet. Right? So they didn't have no, like, turf shoes. They gave me gray. What in South Dakota is gray? So they put me in these gray. They don't imagine nothing I got on. They grip, but they grip a little too much. Like if I don't pick my feet up, I'm a trip and fall. Like
was it you or Matt? I don't know. Matt got some big feet too, bro.
But it's the thing though. Matt's like 6'1", 6. I'm 5'10". What I like walking around with size 13 shoe on.
He and Charles are mean people, bro. So he's sitting back there in a walkthrough one day.
It was me.
It was you,
bro. Because I had the red weightlifter shoes on, and them, bro. Oh, they was talking about me bad. Bro. It was talking about me bad.
Lem's just sitting here looking like Black Captain America with these big ass clown shoes on. And bro, Key and Charles are just making fun of them.
Bro, I'm talking about they was going in, bro. I can't say nothing, bro. Like,
I'll talk about coaches talking to him and Lem's just hearing it and he's just like, right, yeah, coach, appreciate that. Okay, coach, yeah. Bro, that was so funny. They said Lem with them big ass clown shoes. I'm like dying in the back. Lem, yeah, bro, that was crazy. That was you?
Yeah, it was me, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't ashamed to say it. Like, I got some big feet, bro.
That was devious work. Yeah. Your feet was big as hell. I'm like, how do you run in those?
Boy, you got to do a lot of ankle exercise. Okay. Stay on them toes, bro.
Boy, them shoes did not do you justice.
But here's the thing, bro. It was a walkthrough. I only wear them in the weight, you know what I'm saying, in the weight room, but like, and they wasn't too comfortable. So I'm like, you know what? We got it for a walkthrough. It's not that big a deal.
Damn. And they from Florida, so they was going in.
No, I will say, bro.
They was going in.
I will say, bro. Key and Charles, bro, some of the funniest dudes you will.
Oh, hilarious. Hilarious.
Them dudes is fun.
Love them.
So whenever I went up there, and like there was nobody that I met that just kind of seemed like a jerk or anything like that.
Nah,
that was something.
They're all
going up there.
People from Million are very nice people, and like they're very cool people, very nice people, hardworking people. They ain't got time to be mean. You know, they working their jobs and just want to relax, watch some football, hang out, and like I'll say this: from the time I've stepped foot on that campus, the townspeople are very super nice, and like they're like. I mean, people I'm sitting down, you play football? I'm like, yeah. They're just like, well, how's the season going to go? Wishing you the best. And they're just very sweet people.
Yeah.
No.
And so, but yeah.
Yeah, no, I think the small town has its pros and cons.
Oh,
I feel like that's definitely a big part of it. How big's the town where you're at now?
Carbondale?
Yeah.
It's honestly a decent size.
Yeah, I remember
I would say it's around the size of, I want to say like a Sioux City. Maybe
really?
Smaller. Yeah. Like,
yeah. I remember when I took a visit there, it was pretty big.
Yeah.
I would go on a, yeah. Y'all got some nice.
You visit?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, I visited up there. Yeah, that's my senior year. I went up on a little visit there. Y'all got some nice facilities.
Yeah.
I like y'all tutoring center. Well, that's all glass. I felt like Batman.
I've never been in there. No, I've been in there. No, I've been in there when
I've been in there, bro.
I've been in there with me and Miles. Like, you know, had to do some schoolwork. You know, I went in there, but like on my own. Like, come on, bro. I done got my degree. I can do my workout.
So, are you UNC status?
UNC status?
Yeah, are you UNC?
I'm only 21.
You might be aunt.
I don't think I'm on yet.
Bro just said, I got my degree. You aunt. You
It just means I'm educated. It don't mean I'm old. It means I'm educated.
might be aunt. I don't know.
I was watching a video the other day that it was like Unk age grade, and then it goes to OG, and then it was like age gap of like YN to then to like what do you think the age gap is and what it bounces to?
I don't know, but like you might be aunt, bro. You got a degree already,
bro. I feel
like
go
to sleep at 8. That's what you do.
9 actually, but
9.
But unk status, bro. I think unk status is probably around. I want to say like 28. 28.
You know it's bad when you getting called OG. Like, goddamn, play.
Nah, OG, bro. That's OG's wild. OG's
like,
wild.
Don't even call me that. Just call me sir.
If somebody call me OG, I'll be offended.
Yeah,
I'm like, I'm be offended.
I'm 35. You call me OG. Like,
What'd you major in?
I was a sociology major.
Oh, okay. What are you gonna do with that?
I wanted to be a school guidance counselor, preferably around in the middle school range.
Yeah.
So I already did an internship in that when I was back in Vermilion, and I really enjoyed it. So
yeah,
that's what I'm looking to do.
Do you want to come back like Wichita area, or do you not really care where you work at?
I've always said I wanted to be down in like the Texas area, down where my dad's side of the family's at. Like, plus I enjoy my time out there, so I always thought I want to be in that area. But I'm a homebody too. Like I like being around my mom, grandparents, niece and nephews and all that too. So honestly, wherever God ends up taking me.
Yeah. And then how many years of eligibility do you have left? 2.
I got 2.
Yeah.
Got 2 more.
Yeah. So that time's ticking. That's crazy to think about. Because you have what? 3 years?
3. Yeah. You still aunt though.
How old are you, man?
What you mean?
How old are you? I'm 21.
I'm 20.
When's your birthday?
August 3rd. What you gonna get me for my birthday?
August 9th.
You August 9th?
Yeah.
What you gonna get me for my birthday?
I'm gonna get you something. I'm gonna get you right. It ain't gonna be cheap. I'm gonna get you right.
He's not getting me anything. He took 2. He said, I'm gonna get you something, bro.
No, I was trying to think I'm trying to think of
He's gonna find a shirt for you, give it to you.
Hey.
No, I'm trying to think though, my dog LJ,
okay.
I don't know. Do I need to give him something? Like, should we just go somewhere? You know what I'm saying? Go, you know what I'm saying? Like,
we can go somewhere, but you pay him.
Yeah. Hey, just give me a Diet Coke and I'm cool. Sponsor us, please. I've been big into diet sodas now. Diet Coke is the wave.
I don't be drinking soda. I ain't want.
All right, bro. You're not. What?
I don't, bro. Like,
forget that. I hate when people do that. I don't drink soda. Diet soda is okay. It's not, but
I don't think it is either.
We were talking about this as well earlier. Do you track your calories and macros and all that?
No. I don't drink soda, but like my diet is horrible.
Really?
Like during my meals, I eat good meals.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mom. But
I
eat good meals. But my snacks in between, like
you
cookies,
can burn it off anyway.
Cookies, Pop-Tarts.
You're gonna burn it off. Listen, man. My thing is, bro. Listen, I can have a Diet Coke. Okay, I don't care. I hate this narrative that athletes gotta eat this.
I don't like that. Athletes should have to diet.
Okay. Yeah,
I feel like you eat what you want, but like make sure you put some good food in there.
Like I ain't gonna come out here.
I'll eat some apples. You know what I'm saying? I'll do some good stuff.
Breakfast.
Yeah, but like I'm not gonna get done with
Why you laughing so hard, bro?
Like, not eat no apple.
Yes, I did. I had an apple. Did you wake up with this? Did you? Were you at my spot?
Nah,
like
my fault.
It is.
My fault.
Like
you good?
You know what's up, you're not gonna get done with like a 2-hour workout, then go home and eat lettuce.
Thank you.
Come on, bro.
And like, I'll say when I come back home, clean diet goes out the window. Why are you laughing so hard, bro? Like, we get it, bro. We went to Freddy's. I got a burger. We get it, bro. Dang.
Hey, people be sleeping on Freddy's though.
Freddy's is good.
Freddy's is good. Those fries,
Yeah.
I like them.
I wish they were thicker.
I like skinny fries.
Okay.
I feel like fat fries. I'm basically biting.
What's in that cup, bro? It ain't water. Is it Diet Coke?
Pepsi.
Some Pepsi.
Is it diet drinks? Is it diet drinks?
That's LG.
What you got against Pepsi?
It's just not. I'm sorry, Pepsi. I hope this don't ruin any future endorsements.
Nah, hey, Pepsi. I when I was drinking soda, Pepsi was going with me.
Like Pepsi products is cool, but just like I can't drink them. Actually, I take that back. I am a Coke product guy only. Never mind. Diet Coke all the way.
You the opposition. You the opposition, my guy.
Pepsi, bro. That's sad. But nah, man. I mean, I like soda. So diet soda is the best option for me. My dad's always been like, I'm like, I don't care. But like, I like soda. I got nothing against it. So diet soda it's not the greatest, but gets me through. Stop looking at me like this. Stop. Do you have something to say? You want to call me fat? That's what you want to do. I can tell by your face. Say it. Say I'm fat at all. No, this is Garrett. Anytime I talk, bro, you got something to say? Dang.
Bro, you were not big. I don't know. Like, you do not need to be buying 2X shirts,
bro.
Yeah, you be buying 2X shirts.
Okay, you know how
bro, you generations behind back when they was buying the big tees.
Bro, you know how they be treating me up there, bro.
They gave you a 2X. Bro.
No. I'm just saying, you know how the people be hating, like, LJ, you're fat. Like, I can't.
They be playing with you though. Like nobody actually thinks you fat, bro.
No, I don't know.
Does somebody think you fat?
I don't know. Cut. It's like you hear it for like 2 years, and you're like,
no, it's not like when you first got South Dakota, bro. You was like, you know what I'm saying, shoulders to ears type thing. You was strong. Like I didn't think you was fat.
Thank you.
I never. He was like, I joke with you though. Like
you did.
I joke with you.
I joke. Pain now. That's why I be putting these double XL shirts on.
But I never.
It's the pain now.
I didn't mean to make you insecure. I was joking with you, but no one actually thought you was fat, bro.
No, because I remember. I mean, bro, my dog and I out, bro. I was like, went up to get a slice of pizza. He said, I don't think you need that. And I'm just, and it's bad when offensive linemen are like, LJ, you shouldn't eat that. Like, bro, you're fat. Like, you're fat calling me fat. Maybe I should do some reevaluation.
If a lineman crack a joke on you, bro, it'd be so frustrating. Because, like, they protect you, so you can't come back at them and turn too vicious.
He was like, man, you might line up with me one day. I said, you're right.
I'm like, yeah, you got it, bro.
You still gonna pull for me though?
Like, you know what I'm saying? No, if it's a lineman, I'll come back at you, but it ain't gonna be like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna hurt your feelings like I could. Like, I'm gonna leave you. I'm gonna spare you because I'm like,
feel me?
I need you at the end of the day.
And like, because like everyone's like, man, you look good. I'm like, nah, I'm fine.
Oh, you done got insecure.
Yeah. Damn, why you say it like that?
You talking about? Oh no.
I'm like, nah. It's okay though, because like
you over here being real serious and like personal, and we just
man, you feel me? I'm opening up to the viewers.
Secure.
Opening up to everybody.
Yeah, it's all good though. Everybody's insecure about something, man.
Why do you keep saying that like that? I don't like the way you say it.
What's
you
wrong?
Say it like a counselor. I don't like you. It's okay. We're all insecure. Stop saying it like that.
How do you want me to say it, bro?
I want you to just say it all.
Kansas, bro. We talk proper. We talk proper.
Why are you so insecure about your problems? Like I don't know. Like I ain't
got no accent to me, bro. I talk proper.
I got the football like, man, baby, life is just hard. Like, you know, what class? But yeah, no, like for a good month while I was up there, South Dakota, I don't know how people enjoy this or do this. Like my roommate, he did it for the whole season. I did it for a month, and this was terrible. Hamburger meat and eggs dip. I don't know how.
That sounds horrible.
It is. It's just so
you
repetitive.
Put any, you can't put nothing on it or just straight ham.
You can't. I'm a very picky eater, so he was mixing like just other stuff in there. I'm just like, but like that's just like kind of like when I go up there, it's just my diet is hamburger meat and eggs.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know.
You like went and walked around Walmart?
Y'all, bro, look, bro. First of all, you're the CEO of Walmart, so like, it's not expensive for you. Some of us, it's pretty, But maybe if you could throw in a discount,
they give me 10% off.
Bro, don't let him fool you, bro. He's a CEO. He owns the company of Walmart.
I wish.
And
if I did that, we'd have our own place for podcast.
Okay, bro. It's okay though.
No. We're about to bring some funding in. I guess we haven't even talked about this yet, but we're gonna be hosting a basketball tournament and a volleyball tournament.
Oh, I can give Lem buckets.
Yeah. You're gonna come hooping on a basketball tournament?
Hey, before I was committed to football, I was a hooper. Hey, Hey, people at the East YMCA.
Oh,
I know this. Y'all know this. I used to be up there 5 hours a day hooping.
Put in the work.
I'm telling you.
No.
I'm telling you, I can hoop. My first step, second to none.
Yo, me and Lem.
And my pull up is something crazy. And my
Me
finishing, I was a good finisher.
Me and Lem would go to all the basketball games, girls, dudes. We just be in the stands like terrible trash. Oh, sure, young man.
Oh, and that was us being nice.
That was us being nice. That was
We were trash talk so bad. Like,
we up with the talk.
they can't hear us, but we talk, man.
We trash talk our own
We
team.
crazy.
Who?
I ain't gonna say his name, bro. I ain't gonna say his name. But it was one dude on the South Dakota basketball team. You was over here like, I just don't like him. Like, I don't like his game. Dude would hit like probably like 2-3 shots in a row. I still don't like his game.
He transferred, bro. He transferred, bro. He was terrible. He hit like 2 shots. I'm like, I still don't like you, bro. You're terrible.
I don't like.
He transferred, bro. I was like, his game just don't speak to me. I said, man, look at him, bro. He's shooting the ball again.
He got the ball. It was just like, bro, pass the ball. See you.
Bro, he touched the ball. I said, turnover. What did he do? Dribble the ball off his foot. I'm like, Lem. Lem's like, And then I was like, brick. And he made it. And Lem was like, see? I said, still trash.
Imagine, bro, you playing Division I basketball. And your biggest hater,
it's your fan. It's your supposed to be teammate.
You know what I'm saying? Somebody that goes to your school. It's not even my position. It's not to your school.
I'm sure people have seen me on the field and been like, what the hell is he doing? Like, I ain't gonna lie, this was pretty bad. We played North Dakota State and it was like a reverse play. I don't know why I didn't pick him up. The backer came down, would have been smarter to block him. I, for some reason, ran around the backer and try to work up to the safety. And when I say I whiffed on that safety so bad, where like I dove and missed, crowd was like,
Hey, bro, I can't even imagine, bro. Bro, that's been one of the bigger adjustments, which I'm good now. But like blocking, as a running back, like you're on like, you know what I'm saying? I played a game at running back, in high school, but he just gave me the ball.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Blocking, I never really had to do, So when I moved over to running back, we did pass possession drills, but it wasn't like they wasn't allowed to bull rush. They had to make a move. Man, bro, I would say practice number 4 spring ball. It's my first rep ever, like a true pass protection. You know what I'm saying? Like I read it out perfectly. I'm like, all right, bet corner coming. So I got to work across. Man, I work over there. I do. Man, sometimes coaches can set you up. Because I was taught, like the run up, have your hands inside, punch. You know what I'm saying? Like strike, punch. Man, I run over there like this. Bro, lowered his shoulder. Ran straight through my chest. I didn't fall. Well,
but you got stunned.
No, I didn't fall on my butt.
Oh.
But I felt like, I'm telling you, when I look up, I saw a yellow jersey. Our quarterbacks wear yellow jerseys. I fell into the quarterback. In practice, the play was dead. Oh, that was
sad, man. Yo, I was fortunate.
I got trapped, bro. I'm telling you that the rest of the day, bro, you'd have thought no other play in practice happened. Like,
and then on film, bro, they be
they ran it.
Why are you reversing?
He ran it. He did it slow.
Yeah, I'm like, why are you doing that?
People started singing along to it in the.
I remember. I ain't gonna say his name, but that's my dog. He ain't play for us no more. But our backers, you're not supposed to bull rush, and they do that anyway. Man, were you? Nah, he wasn't in there, bruh. Well, he laid him out, and Coach Warren. It's like him getting laid out, him laying back, laying out, and then he's like, see, this is fucking bullshit. Next time, you cut his ass. And then, bro, he's playing it back and forth. And Key and Charles, they don't care. Start dying. He said it isn't funny.
But I will tell you this, though. Miles is the one that helped me get my pass game right.
Yeah.
I think coaching it was Miles, because afterwards, I was like, all right, I got to figure this out. I can't get knocked on my butt. Real. Because, you get the comment, all them weights you lift and you just get ran over by a corner. I'm like, look, it was my first time.
There's an athlete too?
Yeah, but I told him, I was like, Miles, I did the tech, you know what I'm saying? I was like, if somebody's running me full speed, this ain't going to stop him. No. He's like, man, bump all that. He's like, bro, Option A don't work. Option B, just hit him.
That's what I always do.
I'm like, I got you. And we did. We started practice. We did a drill. Like Miles strapped a pad to his chest. Like when him he strapped on the pad to his chest. He put me back on. I would say we was on like the goal line, right?
Yeah.
My heels on the goal line. He's like, all right, I'm finna run at you full speed, and you finna just shoulder check me. He's like, you better not back up past this line. We did that drill probably for like 30 minutes straight. I'm telling you, just run into me. I'm like, this ain't gonna happen no more. Like,
Coach Warren may not like it. I do Plan B.
Yeah.
He'd be like, well, LJ, technique here, but you don't let him. Well, I'm gonna hit your ass. You ain't gonna.
And then I started doing that, like you know what I'm saying, shoulder checking.
Nothing.
Man, coach be like, "Hey, good pickup." I'm like,
feel me?
I'm like, Coach, I didn't do nothing you just said.
I didn't listen to any technique, but they like, you did your job.
Yeah, I did my job.
You did your job.
Yeah.
Is the quarterback alive?
No.
Yes.
That's
Was it the way you wanted it? Maybe no.
That's credit I will give. My little brother taught me pass protection. My little brother was one that taught.
So he's big, bro.
Nah, he not big, bro. But like we family. We help each other out. We family. Help each other out.
My fault, bro. He's big.
So, with both you guys being D1 athletes, to like maybe a high schooler or somebody younger that's wanting to go the D1 route, do you have any advice that you would give them in high school and then things to prepare for in that transition?
Honestly, my biggest advice, like, yes, the dream is always going to be to go D1, but D1 is not the end all be all. There's plenty, like there's D2 players that are balling in the NFL right now, and there's a lot of D1 players that are, at home, right? You know what I'm saying, not playing the league. So honestly, yes, I strive to go D1, but don't be ashamed, to take one of these smaller school routes. Like I said earlier, the most important thing is getting on the field.
Yeah.
Another thing, remember that it is a business. Like, dude, like that was a mistake I made. Don't go in there and get your feelings involved. Like, it is a business. Like, coaches can go in there and say, I love you, man. Like, I'm always gonna have your back, and be gone the next day. Like, like it is a business. At the end of the day, like, because once you understand that, you'll be fine. At the end of the day, coaches, like, they actually can love you, you know what I'm saying? But they gotta provide, they got families to, to provide for. You know what I'm saying? This is their livelihood. You know what I'm saying? So, and one thing that, I kind of got an understanding of, like, kind of taught myself to believe was a coach, like, it taught me, like, to really not have any ill will towards no coaches. Like, this is a coach's, like, livelihood. You know what I'm saying? So if they don't 110% believe that, this is going to help them out, they wouldn't do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, so them not playing me, like, I mean, at first I had ill will about it, but at the end of the day, like, he's doing what he feels like is best, whether it's right or wrong. You know what I'm saying? I can't fault a man for, feeling and doing what's best, what he feels is best. Yeah. So I would say that's my biggest thing. Like, don't go in there with your feelings. Go in there just, ready to work, and just know that it's a business and anything can happen. Honestly.
I mean, you nailed it. But I would say cherish, don't rush to go to college.
Yeah.
Like, high school was fun. So like, don't rush. If you're a senior, savor every moment you have, and then be okay with any level of football, because you're still playing the sports you love. D1 is cool. It's amazing. You see so much about it, but it's not as glamorous as sometimes you think. It's a lot of hard work. A lot of people are D1 and they may not get on the field, but, just the name. But go somewhere where you're going to play and you're going to love where you're playing at. And it is a business at the end of the day, something I'm still learning. What Lem said, don't get your feelings involved, which is hard. Yeah. And just from that, this year has truly taught me how much of a business it is. Like, how many guys we have in the portal, and like how many coaches that have left. Like, I ain't gonna say like the coach's name or whatever, but we had a coach. He brought in the guys. He was like, "This is the offers I got. I'm not gonna leave you guys. We're in this together." 2 days later, coach shows up to a workout. Buddy has left. Buddy left and ended up taking a player with him. So like, they'll smile in your face and then do some crazy stuff behind your back. So keep in mind, it's a business. They're going to do what's successful for them, and you should do what's successful for you. So that's why when I see people, they're like, well, why is this player in the transfer portal? Why is he's doing this for money?
This player's not loyal.
Yeah, this player's not loyal, man. He's doing what's best for him, just like any coach. Man, it's any sport. Baseball, dude. It was a Texas A&M baseball coach. They just lost to Tennessee. The reporter was like, I've heard some rumors that, you're thinking about leaving and taking up a job, the Texas spot. And he was like, that is just such BS. Why would you ask me a question like that? I love this place. And that is the dumbest question I've ever heard. You were the worst reporter. That next day, he is officially the Texas head coach. I was like, bro, are you serious? So like, bro, it's a business, and like, they're gonna do what's best for them, do what's best for you. But then in mind, also, be patient. If you are a college player, be patient. The grass ain't as green as what you think it may be, and not all money is good money. That's what I've learned. So, yeah.
I got one more piece of advice.
Oh, snap.
One more piece. This is aside from being an athlete. If you got a girl going into college, no, go single. I promise you, go single. And this is like aside from like some of the devious stuff I've witnessed. Like you've witnessed.
Whoa,
like I'm saying you witnessed.
I've witnessed some devious stuff too.
Yeah, like witnessed some crazy stuff.
I witnessed a dude who ruined a marriage. I witnessed that.
Oh, so we talking about
no. Nah, I witnessed it, and that was crazy work.
What was the story of this random?
This random dude, bro, he tripping, bro. He, we had a little function, having a good time, and then next thing I know, he ran up on me, man. His wife kissed me. I said, huh? He said, what? He said, yeah. And I was like, good job. That's real player.
I was there too, but we ain't finna get no names.
Yeah. We ain't giving no names because that's
not giving no names.
Also, Pops, you was right. Stay away from these girls. Stay away from girls. Just focus. Girls, that's nothing disrespectful to you. It's just, what I'm saying. Just gotta be locked in and focused.
Well, the main thing is, bro, like, think about it. You 18, 17, whatever. Like, you're growing so much as a person, and like you're going to your school for a reason. Like, you want to grow, like you want to experience something outside of your hometown. And no wrong, some people can do it. Like,
for sure.
I was not one of those people.
Me neither.
Like some people can do it, which kudos to y'all. But no, like so you're going there to grow and like, see who you meant to be. Yeah. And it's hard to do that when you still have that heavy an attachment like back home.
Yeah. Pops, you was right. I'm gonna be locked in though. I'm locked in this year.
Yeah,
locked in. No girls. Why are you laughing at that? I'm being so like.
That's gonna last about a week.
It's not. Why y'all doing that?
What if if she makes you happy, bro?
Oh, really? Y'all hit me with that?
No, I'm just
over here to homie with that. Like, hey, what you think about her? What she look like? I mean, bro, she make you laugh, bro.
Oh,
I mean, some of the
bro, when she don't pass the background check. Oh,
that's some of it.
When I tell you that hurts, like, more advice. If you gonna do a background check with the team, do it early. Don't wait till you catch feelings. Do it early. As soon as you find an interest, as soon as you even think you the slightest bit interested, do the background check. Don't be like some of my dogs, bro, where, you don't know her like I know her. Don't be one of them.
Don't be that. Don't be that.
Don't be that guy.
Don't. Yup, I can save her. No, you can't. And that's no disrespect to her.
She's not that way anymore. She's going to rough. No.
No.
You asked for the background check for a reason. Trust it. Trust it.
Get save her. No, you can't.
Oh, you can't.
He's been saved by a lot of other people, bro. You can't help that.
She don't want to be safe.
She don't want to be safe. And what Duke gonna say? Your girl ain't your girl. It's just your turn. Ooh. Until you're probably married, then that's your girl.
One piece of
Even
advice.
then,
One piece of advice I seen on Nightcap. Chad Ochocinco or Chad Johnson.
I like this. This is we getting into some relationship. I like
you know
this.
what I'm saying? He said, "You never the guy." You know what I'm saying? You never the guy that she really wants. The guy that she really wants just wouldn't get his act together. But I'm not a fan of Valentine's Day. You can come at me all you want. I'm not a
future
fan.
over here.
Boy, he out here. Boy, he cooking. You know,
I'm not a fan.
Why?
Cause it's like
I'm not either.
I feel like it's fake. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, dude, like you have all these people posting, you know what I'm saying? Oh, you know, I'm so happy to be with this. You like, nobody even knew you was in a relationship. Yeah. At least that's not how you know what I'm saying, was acting.
I think if you in a relationship, Valentine's Day, whatever, but like if you just going out,
bro, I feel like social media kills relationships.
It does.
Bro, like, and like, if you're dating someone, you know what I'm saying, like, whoever you're close with should know you're together. But like, and then like maybe if you get approached by somebody, okay, well, I got a girlfriend, bro, you should like chill. But like your main people who you mess with, if they know you, you should be cool. Like, who cares what anyone like? Because our business is our business.
Yeah.
I don't know.
My thing, bro, like, you know, some couples like post everything.
Yeah.
I feel like, you know, posting like, you know, big events with each other, that's cool. But like posting every little thing, like, bro, I know you with her. Like, you don't gotta keep.
He just bought me Spangles. Like, cool.
Like, all right, cool.
What do you think of Miles' post with his girlfriend?
That post perfectly depicts like my brother. Like him throwing a karate kick while she's like, you know, I'm like, that's my brother. Like, you know, like
I think I have.
And then the last picture of their shirts, that was hilarious. I don't even remember what it said. Like,
yeah.
Didn't it say she have a shirt that said like I heart my black boyfriend or something?
Black boyfriend, and he had one I heart my Latina girlfriend or whatever.
Yeah.
No, like
that's couple goals though. That's couple goals. That's different. They vibing with each other.
Yeah.
They have a great time.
Yeah. I will say though, Gabby, like she is good people. Like,
yeah.
She's good people. Like, cause I'm like my brother. He's the type from the time he sits down to the time he will talk. Okay. That's him. I love my little brother. Like you know what I'm saying? He gonna talk. And like she's with it. Like, you know what I'm saying? She can go joke for joke. Like
that's good.
Like
you need match energy.
She's cool. Like she's cool people.
Okay. Wow. That's what's up.
She's cool people.
I like Lem. This was amazing. Yeah. I like how you brought a different aspect. You brought in relationships. You talking to the young bucks about the women. Leave girls alone.
You're not ready.
And that's not
ready.
And that's like, let me get this clear. That's no disrespect to any girl.
No disrespect.
Girls, y'all getting y'all stuff together too. Y'all finding yourselves as well. Some a little bit more than others. But like,
I think it also depends how much stuff you got.
Edit that out, kid.
How much stuff you got
for
on
real.
your plate edition. Like if you an athlete and you're going to school and doing X, Y, and Z, like you probably don't got time for all of it, you know?
It's hard. And like, if you do get a girl, this is what people gave me advice. It was just like, make sure she knows what she's getting into, and like, make sure she's cool with it. Like, you're not going to be able to give her a lot of attention. You're going to be focused on this. Is she going to be a rider and be, okay, I understand that. And, you know, but yeah.
Hey, you're over there screaming at the TV.
Man, bro, I'm out there tripping.
Boy, we gave y'all that work too. Philly fan, by the way. Eagles all the way. Yeah,
you was not a Philly fan.
I'm not?
Why are you lying?
Why
you wasn't with me. You a Meek Millie fan? You Meek Millie?
Man, I've been there, bro, since Shady McCoy. What you know? What you know about Shady McCoy?
You haven't, though.
What you know about the? Hey, I know about the Slam. What you know about Shady McCoy, man?
You wasn't there, bro.
I got the
all these.
I got the crib.
All these Eagle fans want to fly, Eagle, fly now, cause y'all, man.
I've been an Eagles fan. Stepdad from Philly.
Yeah.
Come on.
What do you think of the tush push? Get rid of it or keep
y'all
it?
Soft.
Oh, gotta keep it just because y'all can't stop it.
No, bro, y'all are soft. We can't stop it.
We soft.
We can't stop it. It's a cheat code.
All right, get some bigger boys up front.
No, that's stupid, bro. Like, that's not even real football.
how big was that dude that the Bucks signed? The guy that was like 6'7", 400 damn pounds.
6'7".
Yeah, that's a big dude.
They signed a like.
Is that the Florida guy?
Yeah. Oh, that's a big dude.
He's huge.
He lost like 15 pounds week 1. Is what I read.
Then he run like a 4.8 or something. Like he ran something like he ran in the fours.
Yeah,
like something crazy.
Imagine, bro, if I see him going in, I'm just going tempo. Like,
yo, yeah, bro. Imagine him falling on you, though.
Yeah,
boy, when he get his hand on you.
I wasn't gonna bring it out. I was gonna bring that up. But I was just like, you fall on.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring it out. I don't give a hey, if he fall on you, it's over. Oh my gosh.
over there, like,
yeah. Oh, bro, he got them pads on too, and you know he angry.
Yeah, you want to know somebody that could potentially stop the tush push. He just off pure like body mass. Yeah. Like,
but why y'all shove him? Why can't y'all just run like like a halfback dive, bro? Y'all gotta do a little BS tush
like push. Regular quarterback sneak.
Or QB sneak.
But like, if y'all can't stop it.
But why are you doing that?
That's like if we tell Curry stop shooting threes.
That's not.
It is.
It's not.
It is like we tell Curry.
If we tell for 9.
We tell Curry. There's been times the tush push didn't work.
That's not true.
There has been times the tush push didn't work.
That's not true.
You don't be watching enough. There's been times the tush push didn't work.
That's not true.
He's saying you don't know ball.
Bro, and I'm saying he's a liar. So how that's
there's been times the tush push didn't work.
That's not true.
But that's like telling Curry.
That's not like anything.
Can't nobody guard you. You know what I'm saying? You got something like a line
time, bro. Like, what are you talking about?
Tush push didn't work.
That's not true. I'm seeing dudes that, bro. All right,
look it up. There's been times the tush push didn't work. Bro, there has been
that's terrible ball.
Like the tush push works every single time.
Because that's why they're banning it.
No, there's been times where it didn't work.
When? Since when?
There's been specific games. It didn't work against the Giants one time. Of course, they had to line up and run it again. You know what I mean? It didn't work the first time.
All right, bro.
Yeah, it's not every single time it's gonna work. And plus, you can develop like different things off it. Like
no, you can't. That's why they're banning it because no one can stop it.
They develop other things off of it. Like
what?
Like they hand off a jet sweep. They do a bunch of stuff off of it. Okay, you mad,
bro?
Okay,
you hear how that is? I'm mad because the league is mad because y'all do it. That's soft.
How is that?
That's so soft.
Wait, not wanting to ban it is soft?
No,
wanting to ban it is
soft. It's not soft, bro. When y'all run that, that is your identity. Everyone's like, oh, I can't wait to see the Eagles play and do the tush push. That is your identity.
Bro,
y'all sorry.
Okay,
and you tell AJ Brown.
No. Y'all get mad that we Y'all get mad that we do a tush push right on what 4th and 1. Y'all had first down, second down, and third down not to let's get that close.
Here he go. What?
Y'all had all that time not to let's get that close.
Here he go.
You talking about y'all can't run a tush push.
Y'all can't just run QB sneak? Why can't y'all do that?
Because it's better when we have people assisting the sneak.
Imagine they put like a center back there too running the tush push.
That is, Eagles fans, Eagle Nation. Terrible. We'll see you in week 2. How that sound?
We get y'all that work though.
We'll see you in week 2.
Who did
Chief schedule?
We're gonna probably do y'all the same way.
No, you not. I guarantee that.
What have y'all done differently to y'all team?
We got a tackle.
Yeah.
Who's gonna be hurt?
Yeah, we got
a rookie. A rookie.
All right. Okay.
We got rid of our second best offensive lineman.
Okay. Hey,
we're in a rebuild right now.
You know who we got? Got that man 15.
What did he do? What did he do last time? What did he do last time?
He tried.
All due respect to Patrick Mahomes.
He tried. He tried. That's what he did. Bro, if you think about it, our defense was giving it up.
He ran into my guy Cooper DeJean.
That's your Jackie Robinson. But bro, our defense was playing solid. It was just offense couldn't put no points up. If we want to be real.
Defense was playing solid.
Y'all
gave up 40.
Bro, there's only so much they can do.
They were on the field the whole day.
Yeah. Bro, they're tired. There's only so much they can do.
I mean, I was getting beaten every
Hold
week.
on.
Tay Smith.
The Commanders in the regular season.
Jalen Daniels is like Daniels is like that. Jalen Daniels,
Patrick Mahomes is like that.
He is too, but he just wasn't his game. You know what I'm saying? Just like when we played the Commanders, it just wasn't our game. You know, like, plus Jalen Hurts was out when we lost to the Commanders.
Yeah, bullshit ass tush push. That's why.
Hey man,
Who do you think's getting the spot for the Browns quarterback?
I'm gonna have to say Joe Flacco.
Yeah,
old man Joe.
I think Joe Flacco's going. You got to start him.
You like old man Joe though?
Yeah, I'm saying he's nice.
He was
like
he's
Super Bowl quarterback. And
when he was with him the first time, he was like sparking up the city, bro. We got old man Joe back.
I think you start Joe Flacco and shift into Shador.
They told me it's not mine.
I mean, I don't know. You can't believe everything you see online, but I heard Shador is outperforming Dylan.
That's what I heard too.
I'm not, I don't know. I ain't there, but that's just what I heard.
You feel me? Me personally, I want old man Joe to start. Give me Iguodala.
He's going to.
Give me Iguodala. Martian's on the line. Forget Curry. I want Iguodala.
So we just.
Not that simple.
What do you want? God damn it. What do you want?
I want Iguodala.
Quoting worst takes of all time. That's what they do.
That was crazy.
Somebody went up to his son and asked him that question. Who he would take? Yeah.
What did his son say?
He was like, "I'm gonna take my dad."
Well, he got to say that's his pops.
Yeah.
Me personally, I'm a bolder guy. I would have been like,
especially on TV, I'd probably be like, "Why, Dad? Why'd you say that?"
Yeah.
You knew you were wrong.
Yeah. I was like, I'm taking Iguodala too.
I ain't lie. Matt Kellerman, he had some he had some crazy takes when he was on. He said Kawhi was more clutch than Kobe.
Yeah, that was nuts.
He said some crazy stuff while he was on there.
Who was the one dude? There was a light skinned dude. He also was terrible. I forgot his name.
Light skin.
He had a little mustache and like shit. What did he say? He said something where Shaq was like, "Yo, you been drinking, bro? You should probably chill."
Shaq says,
but Shaq, I personally, Shaq is a hater.
Bro, my thing is like, if it wasn't Shaq, if anybody else said the stuff Shaq be saying, that they'd be locked up.
Kendrick Perkins should be locked up too.
Y'all be watching like NBA on like TNT or whatever.
Yeah,
bro, Shaq is funny.
Yeah, he's funny.
Charles Barkley, bro, they be doing that little commentary.
Shaq's so sensitive though.
He be like, man, he's like, man, if I was in this game, it'd be barbecue chicken.
No, it wouldn't, bro.
he's like, I have 20 and 20 by halftime.
He probably fouled out.
He's like, send him to me,
bro. The style of play he played in,
because you only have 6 fouls. You have 6 fouls.
He would have used all. No, they funny, bro. No, they moving from TNT to ESPN. Though. That's what I heard.
What you think about the accusations on what's his name?
Shannon.
Yeah.
Honestly, bro, it's something I can't I don't know I don't know all you know what I'm saying? I don't know all the details of it. So I can't really tell you.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a shakedown.
To my family, friends, supporters, and colleagues, I want to speak to you directly and from the heart. This is a shakedown.
I said, "Oh hell." Oh, I said, "Oh no." He said,
Why
"Ladies
do you
and gentlemen."
dress it like that,
bro. He had his. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a shakedown. I'm gonna address everything. I said, "Oh hell no." Why are you in a suit right now? But
I just feel like with Shannon Sharp, because like I like watching Shannon Sharp. It's just like the stuff that be coming out is just unfortunate. Like,
but like, he's just so funny. It's just like where you don't want to believe it, and like, dude, there's been some messages where she says some crazy stuff, and he said crazier stuff too. Unc a freak, bro. He got
and getting choked. So I guess we're going.
Yeah, I might choke you in public. Big black guy chokes small white woman.
Isn't she like my age? Like
she just turned 19.
She's also OnlyFans.
Like when all this happened, she was 18. Yeah.
Whoa.
So his daughter is older.
And that's what, because like, that's where you wouldn't expect it, because everyone's like I'd be watching this little podcast. They'd be like, "Oh, can you mess with younger women?" You're like, "Oh no, I can't do that." And then when that came out, I'm like, "Dang."
You know, Monique told him stop going after younger.
Yeah.
Somebody to settle down.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a shakedown. I said, "Oh, no, why are you doing that?"
No, and we were talking about this work, me and a guy. It's like you're getting all these accusations coming out, on a lot of like well-known people. How often is this truly happening and it's just not getting brought to light?
Man.
Or is it just these celebrities going crazy? I mean, like everything with like the Diddy,
I know,
all that.
Yo,
Like
have you seen that one?
I don't, bro. I've been seeing that Cassie was on some crazy stuff too.
Yeah, they were like, I've seen like the husband walked out, and then they were like, the husband is fighting for her, and he's just really hurt. What have he hurt? He's 10 toes down. He was just angry. I mean, sure. So I heard they said the Diddyings would last for like 4 hours.
There was some accusation I was reading about that like just came out that was like she was claiming it was like 25 years ago that something crazy happened. I'm like, what in the world?
I also feel like this is just my personal opinion. Like, if something like happens, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like it should be addressed. Like, when you wait like 25, 30 years later, like, don't get me wrong. If it actually, you know what I'm saying, if it actually happened, like whoever, you know what I'm saying, did it should be brought to justice. You know what I'm saying? Like, but 25 to 30 years later though, that's like, you make it harder on yourself. You know what I'm saying? For people to,
and like it's hard, and like maybe it just took them a while.
Yeah,
it's
one of those things they'll feel comfortable speaking, and then they see other people and
they're like, well, okay, well this I can open up about it and share it now. It's just like the timing. It just sounds bad when they're like it happened 25. But
and I'm not saying like, if somebody comes out later that it automatically makes it false. No, sometimes like that very well is true.
Yeah,
but I'm just saying, like, if you come out later, the backlash is going to be even more.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The backlash is...
It makes it so much harder to, like, investigate.
Especially if you're not the first one to come out 30 years later. Say, like, other people come out 30 years later, then you hop on. Like, it's going to make it harder. It's going to make it, seem a certain way.
Shannon Sharp's got more people...
Yeah, I've been seeing that. I'm like, dang.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just never ending.
That's mama shit.
Huh?
That's what he said.
Oh.
That's mama shit. That's crazy. What do you think? What do you think about that? I think, bro, there's so much that goes on going live on Instagram. Like you gotta press okay, and then it's like, do you really want to go live? Do you think that like he did that on purpose?
Oh, you're talking about the tape?
Yeah,
yeah.
There's so much that it takes to
go. Hey, my grandma has Instagram. She's never accidentally went on live. You know what I'm saying? Like, even if you're not like that hip to it, like you're right. It takes a lot to go on live.
Instagram. Never went Instagram live. All right.
Yeah. Like, I'm not saying, you know what I'm saying? Like, Shannon, I'm not saying that you lying, but I'm questioning you.
I'm questioning you, man, because like, why you BSing me right now?
You know what I'm saying? Like, but
talk about I accidentally what? And why was your phone?
No, like if it was like, cause like Snapchat, if you just like press and slide, like I can understand, but like,
Instagram,
it's live,
bro. There's like, it's like, okay, do you want? And then
because you know what I'm saying? It's not like, cause on Snapchat you open it up, it automatically is on the camera. You gotta go to live, and like.
And back in the day, it would ask like if you want to like invite people to your live before you join. So like, Shannon,
actually talk about this.
Well,
okay. I don't even know how we. I guess we'll just cut to the end of it. Thanks for giving us some time today.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, no, I'm glad we got to get you on here and hear about some stuff.
316.
Yeah.
All the way, man.
One of these days, we got to get you and Miles on here to argue about.
Yeah, I was actually debating about bringing Miles
too.
Oh, sure.
You're in town for what? Another 2 weeks?
For 20 minutes, yeah.
So yeah, we'll set something up soon. So I appreciate you getting on.
Yep, for sure, man.
Appreciate that, Lem.